Okay. Today's lesson is 6.2, Day 2, Solving Systems of Equations by Substitution. Today's I can statement is I can solve systems of linear equations in two variables by substitution. Yesterday, there was at least one equation with one variable already isolated. Today, we may have to rearrange one of the equations for one of the variables with a coefficient of 1 and not always y. But we still use the same 5 steps. Step 1. Solve for one variable in at least one equation, if necessary, with a coefficient of 1. Step 2. Substitute the resulting expression into the other equation. Step 3. Solve the single variable equation to get the value of the first variable. Step 4. Substitute that value into one of the original equations and solve. Step 5. Write the values from steps 3 and 4 as an ordered pair. Remember, in an ordered pair, the x value comes first and then the y value. And then check your answer. You can watch the online video tutorial for section 6.2, example 2. If you are going to watch that video, that is located at my.hrw.com. And it is your student ID number for the username and password. Okay, so solving a system by substitution. If we know that we can rearrange an equation, we are going to rearrange one of these two equations. It really doesn't matter which one. I'm going to rearrange this bottom one here, and I am going to solve it for y. If I'm going to solve for y, I need to somehow get rid of the positive 3x by subtracting 3x. These cancel out, leaving us with y is equal to 3 minus 3x, or a negative 3x and a positive 3. Now that I know what y is equal to, I can take this value for y and plug it into one of the other equation. So I have 2x plus y. My y, I'm going to plug in negative 3x plus 3. The 2x plus the y is equal to 4. Now that this equation only has x's in it, I can combine like terms, the 2x and the negative 3x, which leaves me with negative 1x plus 3 is equal to 4. And now I'm just going to solve the equation as we have always done in the past. Subtract 3. I get negative x is equal to 1. Divide by negative 1. We find out that x is equal to negative 1. However, I am not done here. I need to find out what y is equal to. So I'm going to go back to the top, and I'm going to plug in negative 1 into one of these two equations. You can plug it in, since we are looking for y, you can plug the x in right here. Y is equal to negative 3 times negative 1 plus 3. So y is equal to 3 plus 3. Y is equal to 6. Our ordered pair goes with the x value first and then the y value. This is the solution to the equation, system of equations. Next problem. Since I am looking for a leading coefficient of 1, my x value in the first equation has a leading coefficient of positive 1. So if I take x plus 2y is equal to 16, and I rearrange it to solve for x, I'm going to subtract 2y from both sides, and I get that x is equal to, and I can even leave that as 16 minus 2y if I want to. Plug this in, this x value, into the other equation. So it's going to go into the bottom equation for the x. 2 times 16 minus 2y minus y is equal to 2. So 2 times x minus y is equal to 2. To solve this, we will need to first distribute. So 32 minus 4y minus y is equal to 2. Combine our like terms. 32 minus 5y is equal to 2. And solve. Subtract 32. Negative 5y is equal to negative 30. Divide both sides by negative 5, we find that y is equal to 6. Now that I know what y is equal to, I can plug that back in to find x. So x is equal to 16 minus 2 times our y value of 6. So x equals 16 minus 12. X is equal to 4. Now that I know what my x and y's are, I can write my answer as an ordered pair. X value first, 4, 6. Let's give us a little more room here. The next one. Again, I am looking to make a leading coefficient of 1. Since the y already has a leading coefficient of 1, this will be my easiest equation to rearrange. I am going to subtract 4x from both sides. And we get that y is equal to negative 12 minus 4x. Now you can rearrange that so that it's in slope-intercept form if you want, or you can leave it like this. Now I'm going to take this y value, the negative 12 minus 4x, and plug it into the previous equation for the y. So 2x plus 5 times our y value of negative 12 minus 4x is equal to negative 6. Solving this equation, multiple steps. We need to take and do our distributing. So 2x plus 5 times negative 12 will be negative 60 minus 5 times 4 is 20x is equal to negative 6. We have like terms here that we can combine, remembering to pick up the minus sign. I get negative 18x plus a negative 60 is equal to negative 6. Add the 60 to both sides. Negative 18x is equal to 54. Divide by negative 18. I find that x is equal to negative 3. Plug that back in up here on one of our original equations, or in this equation that we rearranged. Y is equal to negative 12 minus 4 times our x value of negative 3. So y is equal to negative 12 minus 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. I can change opposite, and we get that y is equal to 0. So our ordered pair is negative 3, 0. All right, last one on this page. Both of these y's have a leading coefficient of 1. However, 1 is already positive. So let's use that one to rearrange. 3x plus y is equal to 4. We want the y by itself, so we are going to subtract 3x from both sides. Y is equal to 4 minus 3x. Plug that in. So the 4 minus 3x, I'm going to bring up here and plug in to the bottom equation. 2x minus, and I'm going to put what I'm plugging in into parentheses, 4 minus 3x, and that is equal to 6. Since I have to subtract this whole thing, I'm going to need to make sure that I distribute the minus sign to both the 4 and the minus 3x. So we get that 2x minus 4, and a minus times a minus is a plus, 3x is equal to 6. Combine my like terms. We have 5x plus 4 is equal to 6. Subtract 4 from both sides. 5x is equal to 2. Divide by 5. We get that x is equal to 2/5. Ew, fractions. That's okay. I can still find the answer. Plug that back in up here. So y is equal to 4 minus 3 times 2/5. Oops, we're running out of room. That's okay. Y is equal to 4 minus 3 times 2/5 is 6/5, or 1 1/5. So y minus, or 4 minus 1 1/5 would be 2 4/5. So our ordered pair will be x value first, 2/5, and 2 4/5. Here is your homework for tonight. It will be due tomorrow. If you have any questions, please make sure you are ready to ask them before class starts.